Tuesday morning, great breakfast at the Motto Farm Hotel, but I thought today was going to be easy, Bowen. I'm sorry. It's not.
We've worked it out. It's going to be a long stretch to get to Goulburn. We have to have very long legs. The only problem is there's a bit of a diversion here in the morning because we're doing a Today Show cross. We've gone into Newcastle.
Yeah, so what we set it for Albury, and it said you go to Goulburn, 10% left, you go to Albury, but we've come into Newcastle. We're going to go back to the supercharge. So we're here on the harbour side at kind of Honeysuckle, I think they call it, in Newcastle. I'm going to do a Today Show cross at 7:55, but before that we're going to go up behind us here to KOFM, do about 20 minutes of radio with Tanya and Steve.
Great show. Good kids.
Used to be on radio.
Used to be, yeah. Good times. Well, getting a bit misty-eyed. I'm in a radio studio. Haven't seen one for a while. Our good mate Trevor Long is in one of the enjoying studios here at KOFM in Newcastle talking about our epic Tesla trip. He could ball for Australia. He's about to appear on Channel 9 as well. He's a multimedia superstar. Hope it's all worth it. The trip continues.
Just finished with Tanya on KOFM.
You're a great radio talent, mate.
Really?
That was really good. Yeah. Bright, bubbly, first thing in the morning.
Are you being genuine?
No.
We're going to do the Today Show. So what they've done is they've built what they call superchargers all the way down the east coast across to Adelaide.
Last night I dreamt about superchargers because they're just vital when you're driving an electric car, and it's very straightforward. You simply plug it in. We're just doing a quick top up here. We need about 10% extra power to get us to Goulburn, but that last 10% can take half an hour. So a bit of hanging around again, but we're going to grab some drinks to sustain us on the way. To be honest, we had a few concerns when we left Heatherbrae this morning about the fact that making it to Goulburn looked highly unlikely. It said we'd get there with 10% battery, and you tend to think maybe that's a little bit out in the real world, but we've made it. We're almost in Goulburn. It says we'll end up with 14% battery there, so after a 50-minute charge we'll continue our charge to Albury. No problem, we did it easy, the longest leg so far.
Well, I've had a sleep, and Bowen's driven us all the way here, which has been great, and we're about to hook up the supercharger, get some lunch at the Paragon here in Goulburn, and then we'll cruise down the freeway to Albury. Bodog, you right, mate?
Oh, yeah.
He's fine. You got to admit, this is the Goulburn supercharge. Pretty bloody impressive. I think this was one of the first major superchargers outside of Sydney, and look, there's 8 here. Behind us here, Bowen, this thing is where all the kind of high voltage electricity comes in, and they've actually, made it look good. I mean, they've obviously had these spaces assigned by council. They're pretty impressive setups, because this is the first time on this trip that you've seen them other than Artarmon.
We've become a very good judge of a charging station, haven't we? I've got to say. And they've nailed it. This would be the holy grail of supercharged stations in the country currently. The aesthetics are perfect, beautiful, inoffensive, in a little country town surrounded by heritage buildings. I don't think it stands out.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
Love it.
You see a lot of impressive things when you embark on a road trip of this nature. We're covering 2,500 k's. Lots to see. We've seen a big banana. In Goulburn you've got the big merino. I've never checked out the rear end of it though. Now I've just acquired a new son. I wish him all the best. If you can match that, wow. He's going to have a good time in life. Well, we're pulled up to another supercharger station. This one's in Gundagai at the Dog and Tuck box. It's off the main road. You miss it because of the bypass these days, but it's an iconic tourist location. And here's the future, another supercharge station. Who would have thought they put one here in Gundagai? So here we go, another charge so we can get our way through to Albury.
So Bowen reckons the Dog and the Tucker box is iconic. That's what he mentioned. But you got to say, there's more to Gundagai than just the Dog and the Tucker box. There's this food joint and this beautiful big koala.
How do they not fall into the bear category? I mean, it looks like a bear. It should be a koala bear.
I mean, how much can a koala bear?
I don't know. This is ridiculous. It's bloody
Haven't got the
fiberglass.
eyeballs.
It's not even concrete.
The eyeballs are pretty
All
real.
furry. Yeah, he's a good kid.
Sitting at the back of the Tesla Model X here and doing live radio. This unit I've got on here is it's called a Comrex, and it's what I use to broadcast my my radio show every night. But you can actually use a 4G mobile connection, and that means I can dial in really great quality into the radio station. So I've done 4BC in Brisbane. I'm going to try and do half an hour of radio in Perth now, taking calls on the open line while Chris Bowen drives the Tesla Model X.
As has been the case of all these supercharger stations, they're always in a very convenient location. This one here in Wodonga is 200 metres from the hotel we're staying at. We've only had one issue with a supercharger station in Coffs Harbour, which is like climbing Mount Everest at the Big Banana, very awkward position. This one again, though, very handy. It's the 6th one we've seen today. I'm seeing them in my dreams, but look, they're everywhere. You can do Brisbane to Adelaide, easy.
Marathon man here, drove the whole way. Heather Bray to Albury Wodonga with what, 2 stops? What are we? Goulburn, Gundagai,
Dog on the Tugger box. Whatever it's called. It's been a long day, and let me tell you, if I see one more supercharger station, I'm going to go cuckoo.
And Albury accommodation booked out. We've come to Wodonga.
No one ever does the dong.
Other side of the border.
They do Albury, but they don't do the dong. So we're here
Love a good dong.
doing our best for Victoria, the place to be.